Well, YouTube's at it again. What's up, everybody? My voice might be a little screwy right now, but that's just because I did a live stream, and talking for 3.5 hours will do that to a man. Now, I'm going to be 100%. Most of my audience likes guns, and YouTube has a big problem with that. Now, this is not the first time that YouTube has imposed a bunch of new, very stupid and misguided rules about firearms content on their platform, and it will not be the last. Now, YouTube is notorious for changing their rules and regulations on their platform regarding firearms. Most of the time, they change it to whatever the hell California is doing, because that's where they are located. But as we all know, California's rules are horrendously stupid, and they are created by horrendously stupid people, just like these new rules. So I'm just going to go over the rules so you can understand why your favorite firearms creators might be changing how they do things again. Now, don't mind me, as I am actually going to be reading from this because I don't want to get anything necessarily wrong. I am, however, just going to gloss over a lot of it because a lot of it is just redundant stuff that YouTube has already had that they're kind of just doubling down on within this policy. So YouTube is saying that you can't sell firearms through direct sales on YouTube. Quite sure that that was already a policy, but they're saying it again. But they are also barring creators from being able to sell particular accessories. The accessories that they list may include, and it is not a complete list, and they are pretty upfront about the fact that they are being vague here, intentionally so. Accessories that enable a firearm to simulate automatic fire. Accessories that convert a firearm to automatic fire, such as bump stocks, which don't fucking do that. We're back to the bump stock thing. Jesus fucking Christ, God. Anyway, Gatling triggers, drop-in auto sears, and conversion kits. They're also banning, once again, high-capacity magazines, or belts carrying more than 30 rounds. So this thing is what we call a naughty bitch now. Naughty bitches will not be allowed, because God, are they fucking stupid. Apparently this is evil, obviously. Having 5 of these that happen to have 29 rounds, oh, you're totally cool. But not this. No, never. Why are you such a naughty bitch? Why? You're not allowed on YouTube anymore. Creators now cannot provide instructions on manufacturing any of the following: firearms, ammunition, high-capacity magazines, again, homemade silencers or suppressors. Now, once again, suppressors make firearms more safe, not less. For not just you, but everyone around you. There's a reason that people wear ear pro. Ear pro's a lot more effective when it's a lot less loud. It's also not silent, and it's not suppressed to like John Wick levels in the frickin' train scene. That doesn't exist. You all know that, but they don't. Because you have to remember, the experts that YouTube consulted for this was Everytown. If you're not familiar with Everytown, I suggest looking up, Everytown and David Hogg and all of those fucking morons. Once again, can't show people how to make a bump stock or a Gatling trigger or drop-in auto sears or conversion kits. Continuing on, the part that is going to be very, very bad for firearms creators, for gun tubers as a whole, is the age-restricted content. YouTube is now going to be automatically changing content to 18 plus. So this is their way of covering their own ass, saying we're not banning it on the site, but effectively they are. The YouTube algorithm is what shoves your content out to various people. But if your content is age restricted, you can consider it pretty much dead to anybody who's not already looking directly for you specifically. And the things that YouTube now automatically puts behind a 18 plus, yeah, they're treating firearms like porn, but only in certain circumstances. Content showing the use of homemade firearms, like 3D printed ones, an automatic firearm, or any of the below accessories. Accessories that enable firearm to simulate automatic fire. Accessories that convert a firearm to automatic fire, such as bump stocks, which they fucking don't. Again. High capacity magazines. homemade silencers and suppressors, firing a 3D printed firearm, firing a fully automatic rifle, or firing a firearm with a high capacity magazine. So, me shooting this, perfectly okay. This is 100% fine. Me shooting this with this attached to it, this has somehow become evil demon lord. I shall call it Rimaru. But the real issue here also comes down to 3D printed firearms. Now this goes into the bullshit theory that ghost guns are somehow to blame for all these mass killings, even though they fucking aren't. Building firearms is an American pastime, has been since the start. 3D printing has just allowed more people to access that technology. It just allows more people to get in at a lower cost. And also make some really sick, like Hello Kitty frickin' Glocks. Highly suggest checking out Print Shoot Repeat. He's fucking hilarious. I love his music too.
It's a Glock. Yeah, the Glock. It's a Glock that's also a bomb. No way.
But remember, I said that there are some really stupid exceptions to this. So if anyone makes any content showing a 3D printed firearm where, you know, they're just shooting a target with a gun that happens to be 3D printed, that is going to be put behind an 18+. That means that it is algorithmically dead and that channel is never really going to have the ability to grow as a result of that content. Same with high capacity magazines, any of those examples that I have listed and that they have listed. But it does not apply to firearms in an artistic content, such as film. So they're excluding, of course, Hollywood. Hollywood's totally allowed to show these kind of things. They don't have to abide by the same regulations, because why the fuck would they? They also may make exceptions for public interest content, such as military, police, and news footage, or footage from war zones. A gun tuber using a 3D printed uwu gun with anime chicks on it is apparently somehow more dangerous and traumatizing and scarring to anybody under the age of 18 than, I don't know, a spicy Ukrainian DJI drone that just happens to hit a bunch of Russians. Or the ATF raiding a man's house and murdering him in cold blood. That's totally cool for them to watch. But it's not okay for them to see somebody safely using a firearm. Because reasons. And YouTube, once again, making the safe operation and the safe education around firearms that much more difficult for people to see. A lot of gun tubers have been using sponsorships to be able to say, okay, well, they're going to demonetize my video anyway, so I'm gonna have a sponsor. Well, not so fast, says Team YouTube. They are now also banning links in the title or description of your video to sites where firearms or the accessories noted above are sold. You can link to sites that discuss or review the items as long as these sites don't sell or give away these items directly. So you can no longer necessarily get particular firearms manufacturers as sponsors, nor the accessories manufacturers. Even if the sponsorship is not directly for that thing, linking to the site is what matters. YouTube is also making it so you cannot show a step-by-step instruction on how to finish a lower receiver in order to complete the fabrication of a firearm. And also showing users how to install a bump stock or a comparable accessory that they don't define that simulates or creates automatic fire, which they don't. And then, of course, they list that you can still not live stream yourself in operation of a firearm, but now they also added that you cannot show yourself live streaming transporting a firearm from place to place by either carrying them or traveling with them by car, truck, or other vehicle. So, to my knowledge, this would also ban somebody who's live streaming and legally concealed carrying because YouTube says, fuck you. And as always, what will happen if you violate this policy? Well, YouTube has the strike program. You get 3 strikes and your channel is up for termination. To my knowledge, none of this is grandfathered, so this will apply retroactively to previous content as well. So to all you gun tubers out there and all those people that love gun content, I think it's time that we voice our opposition to this again. Also, YouTube using Everytown and anti-gun companies to formulate their firearms policy as experts is genuinely like a vegan controlling a butcher shop. It is the most asinine idea ever. With it, they should be talking to the actual gun guys. They should be talking to firearms manufacturers, GOA, Firearms Policy Coalition. Everybody hates the NRA. Here's the funny thing, we hate the NRA. Anyway, just wanted to put this out here. I'm going to begin editing the D&D video. Have a good one.
Deception flow above the light. The halls of God were set alight. The blood of time which is the land.